You've been dating this girl for quite some time and you want to know if she's into you. Let me tell you about the 10 signs you should be looking for. Hello and welcome to the Masculine Academy channel. We provide you all the tools necessary to become the best version of yourself and succeed in relationship. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. Let's jump into it. How do you know that she's into you? First point, she will respond quickly to messages. One thing that is true, if a girl is genuinely interested in you, she will not take few days to respond. If you send her a message on WhatsApp or on dating apps, she will be very quick to respond. Let's take an example. If Drake comes and has a party and gets a woman's number, do you really think that she's going to wait 3 days before responding? Or she's going to respond straight away? You know the answer already. She's going to respond straight away because she's genuinely interested in being with him and spending time with him. Likewise, if a woman really wants to spend with you, she will respond quickly to your text messages. She will respond quickly to your dating messages as well, in all dating apps. Secondly, she will be very interested to ask questions back. If you ask her a question, she's going to respond, but she's going to create some interaction between the two of you by responding with a question as well. This is the way both of you are going to interact because you are asking question, she's asking question, and both of you are trying to get to know each other. That's the best way to see if she genuinely likes you or if she's just trying to get your attention. Women that wants to spend time with you will try to know about you, will try to know your center of interest, your hobby, what you do for a living, and so on. So they will ask you a lot of questions, and that's okay. If she asks you so many questions, it's okay to respond to the question in the dating apps or on WhatsApp or by text, but do not explain everything about your life on dating apps. It's much better, it's much more efficient to meet a girl face to face and have a conversation. 3. If she really likes you, she will use all type of emoji. She will use XX, she will use the smiley, the wink, all type of emojis. This is because women generally want to seduce a man. Because she's not on site and she wants to seduce you, she will use all of these techniques to seduce you. And that will make the text a bit more interesting as well. Be careful that some girls are playing games. So they are going to leave you on scene when you send a text message, when you're on Instagram, and when you're on dating apps. The whole purpose is to play with your mind and trying to elicit your attention. If that's the case, just move on to the next girls. Fourth, she will provide the number upon request. So if a girl really wants to be with you and want to spend time with you, when you're going to ask about her number, she's going to give it to you quite easily. It's all about attraction. If she doesn't feel that you can be trusted, if she doesn't trust you, and if she's fearful about being with you, she will not give you a number. And that's because safety is in primary importance for a woman. So the best way to go about it is to build confidence with the woman when you are interacting with her at the beginning. And then you're going to have a bit of back and forth answer and questions. At this point, you can ask her for a number. When you ask her for a number, you have to ask for a number for a purpose, for a date. Do not ask her just for a number. You have to set the scene and saying that this number is going to be used because I want to communicate with you. Maybe you can say that I've already experienced a certain number of women being late in date, so I just want your number in case you're being late. That's a very good reason to ask her number. But be careful that you are not just asking for asking, you are following up with a date behind it. So fifth, you will know that she's into you when you invite her on a date and she arrives on time. If she's late, especially very late, she probably doesn't care about you at all. That's very important. If she's late only once, that maybe can be forgiven. If she's late on a regular basis, that's probably because she doesn't value your time much. So you have to highlight to her at the beginning that she cannot be late. If she's late, you have to be very strict with your rules. For me, for example, if a woman is 20 minutes late, that's it, I'm out. That means that if I arrive at the date on time, I'm waiting for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and the 20-minute marks arrive, I'm taking my stuff and I'm leaving. And that's the way you should be doing it as well. It's up to you to decide how long you're willing to wait. But do not wait for half an hour, 1 hour for a woman. That's disrespectful. Because your time is valuable and she has to understand it. I remember this girl that I was inviting and then after 20 minutes I had left. At this point she calls me and she's like, oh, I'm late. But that was already half an hour after the time of the date, and obviously I was already gone. They have to understand that your time is precious and this girl should not make you wait. 6. She will be properly dressed. If a girl really likes you and wants maybe a relationship with you, she will be dressed properly. Let me tell you about a story. This was this girl that was very good looking and I invited to a date. And she came up to the date. She was slightly late, but it was okay. When she arrived, she was dressed like very casually. So you could tell straight away that she was not interested in being with me, really. She was only interested maybe to have a free meal or maybe a free drink, but she wasn't interested in being with me. At this point, I didn't extend the date very long. We exchanged a few words, and then after some time, I just decided to leave. You have to enforce that if she's being disrespectful by dressing inappropriately, it's your duty to leave if she's not appropriately dressed to the occasion of the date. For me, I usually tend to give some instruction to the woman before the date. Tell her, for example, that she has to dress casual, or maybe smart, or maybe casual smart, or maybe sexy. It's up to you. But give her some context so when she comes to the date, she knows how to dress. That will help her to make a decision when it comes to selecting a clothes. 7. She's engaged in the conversation. You will have some of the women. They will turn up to the date, and all they do is taking pictures. They will arrive to the date, take pictures of everything. They will arrive and sit down and starting taking pictures of every single dish, every single drink. And then you're asking yourself, why are you on the date? If she's not engaged in the conversation with you, there's an issue. If there is no conversation between the two of you, there's only you talking, there's only you asking questions, and she's never asking you any question, or she's not interested in knowing about you a bit more, then she's clearly not here to be with you. She's just here for pictures on Instagram and on Snapchat. If that's the case, you have to be very clear with her and explain that you invited her to know about her. If she's not interested, likewise, to know about you, it's better to finish it early. Similarly, I don't think it's very respectful to take pictures of the food or of the drinks without asking the person paying for it. If that's the case, you have to tell her that this is not acceptable. If she continues doing it, maybe think about splitting the bill. You have to also make sure that the first date, especially the first date and maybe the second date as well, you have to keep it cheap. Because we're going to have lots of different first date and less second date and even less third date. So the first date has to be quite cheap. Keep it maybe to $20 or £20, and that's the best way to optimize your money. So now let's say that you've been dating this girl for quite some time, you're together, and you like each other. How do you know that she really likes you to the next level? She will want to get rid of all of the other males. All of the males that are pursuing her, she will just want to be monogamous with you. So that means she will stop talking to the other men, she will stop messaging other men on social media and on dating apps, and she will only focus on you because she's interested to be with you. And she will want to be monogamous with you even before asking whether she wants to be your girlfriend. So that's very important. That's a sign that she's actually investing in your relationship. 9. She wants to spend loads of time with you. If she wants to spend loads of time with you, she's definitely into you. Most of the women that I had relationship with wanted to spend loads of time with me. It should be the same for a woman that is interested to spend time with you. If she's really into you, she will want to come to your place, she will want you to come to her place, and she will want you to go on a date on a regular basis. If she only wants to see you once a month or once a couple of weeks, then she's probably not interested in a relationship with you. If that's how you want just short-term relationship, that's okay. But if you want to have a long-term relationship with the woman and she doesn't really want to see you that often, maybe that's a red flag. And if that's the case, maybe she's not the one for you. 10. She will not make you wait for sex. That's an important point. If you've been dating a girl and you've been dating her for quite some time, let's say 3, 4, 5, 6 dates, but she's not interested in being intimate with you, you have to ask her a question whether she wants to really be with you. This is not necessarily to push the woman to have sex with you, but it's to assess genuine desire. If she's really attracted to you. Is she really attracted to you physically or not? Because these type of things cannot be changed. If she doesn't fancy you that much, she doesn't find you attractive, then what's the point in investing long term with her? it's going to be a waste of your time or both of your time. In that case, it's very important to assess earlier the genuine desire of the woman. One caveat here: if she's virgin and she has principle and she wants to wait for marriage, that's a different story, because you have to respect her will to wait for the marriage for having sex. And 11, lastly, she will spend money on you. If she spends money on you, that means that she really likes you. Women tend to be very stingy when it comes to spending money on their boyfriend. If she spends money on you, she likes you, she wants to be with you. If she wants to spend money on top of that and buy you maybe a gift, if she wants to buy you something different, a tie or a shirt or a suit, then she really likes you. If that's the case, then you need to keep her close to you. Women tend to not spend that much money on people because obviously they are close to their money. If a woman spends money on you, that's probably because you're someone special to her. All in all, these signs are very important to understand if she's into you. But you also have to pay attention to her body language, the way she behaves around you, and also the way she can be accountable when you ask her to change something. If everything is aligned, then probably she's a good pick for you. But you want to make sure that you invest in the right woman. For this, I recommend to watch the High Value Woman video. If you're getting value in this video, let us know by hitting that like button and share it with a friend that needs it. Question of the day: do you believe in marriage?